Thank you, and thank you for staying with us. The impact of COVID-19 has shaken people, communities, businesses, and even countries to their core. So everyone is innovating. Here in Nigeria, we've seen several large corporate organizations rise to support efforts by government, health organizations to ease the impact of the pandemic on Nigeria. But there are still some of the ones that are coming up again to do something in the hope to encourage everyone to get on board and stop the spread. How's that working out? So Union Bank has a representative here, Ngozi Akinyele. She's the head of strategic brand management at Union Bank. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me this morning. Good morning.
So Ngozi, tell us about this, what do you call it, RISE challenge?
The RISE challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were talking about the fact that the pandemic has affected everyone, and it's true. It is really it's an incident that really calls for a concerted effort across board. So whether you're private sector or your public sector, and so large corporates like Union Bank have stepped up, in the area of food security to support the government, and even in the areas of testing. So we as a bank, for example, have made donations to about $250 million to the private sector coalition against COVID-19. We also made a 50 million naira donation to 54G to support testing, and we've also supported the Lagos state government in the area of food security as well. Some of these things, made the news. We got positive feedback as an industry, but we also started thinking about how we also stay true to our message. So if you follow our message, we talk about Uncle Thomas, Domi and Uncle Thomas, and we're constantly preaching the message of hope and optimism. And so we said, how do we then act on that hope? And we started thinking about the fact that there were people who were, not as financially buoyant as us, to be making large donations, but were in their own ways, in their small communities, doing, new and interesting things, finding their passions, and just helping people grow and thrive, in these times. And so we said, what, let's shine the spotlight on them. That was the thinking that went into the RISE challenge.
Okay, so what kind of response have you had so far?
I think
and for how long has it run so far? Because she said in the announcement, she said 4 weeks.
Yes, so we started on the 1st of June. We kicked it off on the 1st of June, and we've had over 1,000 entries. We've had, that's like twice of what we expected. I think people have personally, I've just been inspired by the amount of responses. We said, what, if you're doing a new and interesting thing, like if you've started a new business, or you have found a way to pivot your existing business, into fighting the pandemic itself, or just helping others rise, or you're just, sharing, the joy and laughter, making other people, rise in these times. Tell us about your stories. And we've had responses around, agriculture, people starting backyard farms, schools, low-income schools, now using the plots of land in their schools to farm and then pay their teachers. We've had people, even, some entries were around building ventilators in Nigeria here. So it's just been very, very inspiring watching the evolution of the idea and just seeing how people are finding ways to rise. I think it's the Nigerian spirit. It's a platform really to expose the Nigerian spirit, because the Nigerian spirit is one that would just never
say
give up,
die.
And I think that's what is coming through, and it's just been inspiring watching it from across the country. So we've had entries from Lagos, outside Lagos, and it's been beautiful watching it grow.
But now that you say 1,000 entries,
Yes.
So far.
is it done?
No. So we have
end of the month.
Yes, it's supposed to end at the end of June, and then because of the kinds of entries we're seeing, we're thinking about a surprise, at the end. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet. But yes, we intended it to run throughout the month of June, but we're going to have something special for the really interesting ideas that we got that didn't win, but would have something for them at the end of the
How
year.
many winners are you thinking of selecting?
So we have, we decided to celebrate 10 top entries every single week. So we've done 20 in week 1.
10 top entries every week.
Every week.
So far,
every week.
1,000.
Yes. So we've had to select 10 in week 1, 10 in week 2, and we're also going to be selecting 10 today. So we announce every Saturday, and next Saturday as well would announce 10 more.
What's the criteria?
So like I said, we were looking for innovative ideas. So if you've been innovative, we're also looking for resourcefulness. So if you didn't have a grant or you didn't have, some support, but you were able to crowdfund, find ways to still, put your ideas together and help other people. We've also asked people to tell a story, so you also have to be able to share with us in an impactful way. And then because it's a financial donation, I haven't even mentioned this 250,000 naira that we're giving. We also want to be able to say our 250,000 naira helped you advance your idea. So the ability of our funds to be able to help you do more in that regard, or just help you continue doing the good work that you're doing. So these are some of the things we consider.
So you select 10 a week and you give each of those 10 250,000 naira?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of feedback have you got from those you have selected so far? Because you say you have done 2 weeks already.
Yes.
Where did that money go for some of them?
So,
any feedback on that?
Yes. So, for example, AGL Artistry is he's a recycler. His name is Bamigoshe Adams. He's a recycler. He has these very beautiful drums that he makes out of, he has metal scraps, and he's made them into hand washing machines. I think like top brands have even taken up. So he's now using the funds to be able to expand that, to do more, and then he's now found a way to make it commercial as well. So he's getting more and more raw materials.
What's his name again?
Bamigoshe Adams, and the name of his company is AGL Artistry. And I think I've actually seen the drums at ShopRite. So a couple of big brands are now taking it up. So I think that's the joy for us as well,
okay,
where we see a little contribution, and people are just being resourceful with the small amount, quote and unquote, and they're able to put materials together and then have a commercial spin to it as well, and then expand it as an idea. So
okay, so people who are watching today might want to be part of this.
Yes.
How can they do that?
So I mean, it's simple. Share, make a 60-second video. Tell us the new and interesting things you're doing, how you've inspired people, how you've found the upside to the pandemic, what you're doing. Tell us how that's impacting people around you. Make it in a video, and then post it on your page on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and then tag us using the hashtag Union Rise Challenge. We'll pick it up, and hopefully you're one of our top 10 winners for the final week.
What happens on week 4?
So on week 4, I mean, we would have the last group of our 10 winners.
Yes.
And like I said, what we're also looking through is, okay, for certain ideas now, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but then for certain entries which we felt were powerful, but couldn't just make it. Maybe, for example, in a week, in the week you entered, it was a really strong entry, but then there were stronger entries. Mm-hmm. We're now saying, let's even just try and, have some honorable mentions of some of those ideas and share them. And I think some people are just pleased with the fact that we can even provide a larger platform for their ideas to shine. So they may not even win the money, but then just the fact that somebody recognizes what I am doing, in my backyard in Kwara or in Enugu, is for them, fulfilling in itself.
Is there any big event for all the 40 winners at the end of the event?
No, not that was planned. No, this is not
Corona has made sure that nothing like that would happen.
No, but we're finding ways to also digitally amplify the works that they're doing, which is why, we've had some interviews, with some of the winners like Bamigoshe, and there's a gentleman, Fankat Daburak, who started a telemedicine platform, in place. Plateau State. So he's helping, professionals who would not have been working around this time, and even pharmacies, to sell their drugs and to still treat patients. So we're having, pockets of interviews, webinars and sessions with these people to just let people see the amazing things they are doing. And they did these things without even knowing that, a Union Bank will pick up what they're doing. So it's just the authenticity and the innovation that they put into their work, and the resilience, definitely knowing that some other people are just, sitting down and saying nothing can go on at this time.
Okay, so you see, you've had entries so far from across the country.
Yes,
North,
we have.
South, East, and West.
Yes, everywhere. Everywhere. We've had entries from, I remember the school I'm talking about is, I think it's called Kazakh Chat School in Abuja. They started making animated content. So these were teachers who were just, English, mathematics teachers in a low-income primary school. They found a way to start animating their content. They started making these videos, and then after school, they would use their plot of land, to start farming. I think it was groundnuts. They started making groundnut oil, and then were able to pay themselves, part school. So it's just, I'm getting goosebumps, I'm sorry. But it's just so powerful what can happen when you choose to rise, when you choose to say, despite everything that is going on, I'm just going to pick up, myself and find a way to help myself and also the people around us. I think it really speaks to who the Nigerian, really is.
Yes. And like you said, when you choose to rise, so 40 top ideas are going to be celebrated. Is it just going to be a one-off? You've ended it after now? Or it's like something that's going to continue beyond?
No. It's not going to continue beyond this. Like we said, we've made these, massive donations and all to all of these bodies, and we're supporting food security, we're supporting our customers in all of these areas. And we specifically wanted to do the Rise Challenge to shine the spotlight on these everyday heroes, It's not going to be forever. But the point is, these people did these things even without the challenge. So we're hoping to be able to spread the spirit, right? So even without the challenge going on, we're hoping that in these 4 weeks, we're highlighting these beautiful ideas, and it then helps, Ngozi in Enugu, and Amina in Abuja to say, what, even without the challenge, let me, do what I can do. If I have this plot of land, or if I have these items, I can make something out of it for myself.
Anybody can be a part of this?
Anybody can be a part of it. So
even your staff can be part of it?
No. But we've opened it up to individuals, to charities, and even to groups and small businesses that are doing these things. Even for small businesses who are just finding ways to still pay their salaries, because I know that that's an area of struggle. In the bank, for example, we take it as a privilege to understand that, despite all that's going on, you still get paid. But we understand that we are a small fraction, of people who are still getting full salaries.
Yeah.
So understanding that even just the ingenuity and the innovation involved in being able to pay your salaries despite these times is something we're also celebrating in small businesses.
So tell us how the process of entering into this, because you still have a few more days, right?
Yes, we still have a few more days. So quickly get a device, make a short video, a 60-second video, or even write a good and detailed post. It doesn't have to be a video. You can do a write-up telling us, the things you have done to rise, the ideas you put together, how you executed them with the funds you executed, and then very importantly, how many people or communities you've been able to impact by your idea. Share that with us on your page. Post it on your page on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram, and then tag us using the hashtag Union Rise Challenge.
So you don't need to fill any form. Do they need to go to your website because on the screen there?
Yeah, well, the website is really a landing page to get more information about it. You don't post your entries on the website. It's really just to get more information, about it. And then you can also, I think the other thing to mention as well is you should follow us as well to see when your entries get posted, and hopefully, of course, if you win. So if you follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter at UnionBank_NG or at UnionBankNG, you'd see more about the challenge.
Do I need to have an account with Union Bank?
Yes, you have to, but you don't have to already have an account with Union Bank. You can open a new account. So it's open to new and existing customers. It's open to new and existing customers
Hello,
of the bank.
thank you.
So to be able to enter, I must open an account first.
You need to be able to be a customer at the time of entry.
Because
No,
I
no.
suppose the prize money you're giving them will be
would
paid
be
into
paid
a
into a
Union Bank account.
Exactly. You're thinking like a
Okay.
banker. Yes.
I've
yes.
associated with you guys long enough.
Thank you.
So, again, so to clarify, I have an idea.
Yes.
Before I post it, I have to open the account, or post it and then open the account when I know I'm going to win.
If you have an idea, post it. You can open an account online. You don't even have to come into a branch. You can open a Union Bank account online. So just go to our site, click on open an account, and you can open an account directly. If hopefully you win, we will contact you and would ask for your account number. At that point, you need to have opened the account and at least made about 2 transactions, with us, and then.
So you're not going to expect me to present my utility bill and all that to open an account?
No, that's the beauty of the different tiers of accounts. So if you want to open a higher tier account, of course, we would need your utility
okay.
bill.
All right.
But for lower tiers of accounts, you don't need that anymore.
Okay. As we wind down now, so what would you say to those who are out there?
Well, I think the spirit of the campaign is really about rising. I would say if you're out there, make an entry. If you're doing something powerful, if you're doing something interesting, please go ahead. Don't keep it to yourself. Share that inspiration with everyone. But really just imbibe that spirit of hope and optimism. Despite we've had, pretty hectic weeks and dark days, but just understand that the message of hope and optimism is one you really can hold on to, and that other people around you would also benefit from. So be that beacon of hope that people around you can see, because there's always someone who's worse than you are.
Your enthusiasm is infectious.
No.
And I hope that it has also been so infectious, it's infected some people who are watching this segment of this program today, and that they will rise and actually submit entries for this challenge.
I hope so. The Union Rise Challenge. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've been speaking with Ngozi Akinyele, Head of Strategic Brand Management at Union Bank, talking to us about the Union Rise Challenge. So go get challenged and save somebody's life. Never can tell. Thank you.